Hey, y'all. Thank you so much for coming back and watching another What Else is Going On, aka We Go podcast video. I'm your girl, Taria. Happy Monday evening to y'all. I am on the East Coast in Baltimore, so it's about 7:43 p.m. So I hope that y'all have had a beautiful day. And if not, I pray that it gets better for you tomorrow. Are y'all hot where y'all are at? Because right now, ours is 82 degrees. I was going to go for a jog earlier. I went for a workout and then I had a arm work today. It was arm day. You know, I told y'all about them shoulders. Y'all about to get all these shoulders and all these pow pows. You know what they call them when the time comes. I'm gonna be sitting up here sleeveless. But I went to do an arm workout. Then I came home to do a recording. I hope that you guys enjoyed. It'll be released tomorrow. Podcast episode on audio. Make sure you go and download the podcast. What else is going on? Wherever it is you listen to your podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, all of that. And then of course the YouTube, the visual version will upload. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So after that, I was going to go and jog. It was still hot. I didn't care, but I'm still debating because y'all know the consistency and my promise to do a mile to myself at least 5 days a week, do 5 miles a week and do my arm. So I have been at least consistent with doing that. So Corey said he would go run with me. So we shall see. But I wanted to get into some topics with y'all. I hope that y'all had a good weekend. For anybody watching, celebrating anyone out there for Father's Day, I hope that y'all had a wonderful time. We did. My parents came down. They've been coming down a lot, and I really, really enjoy it. As I've gotten older, it's nice to be able to enjoy my parents as an adult, you know, and get to know them in a different way. So we had a good time. And one of my close girlfriends came over. But let's get into the topics. First up, can we talk about Jersey and Miss Jen Fessler? You know, Miss Jen Fessler has worked my nerves, and I've said it. I know that we're all adults and we don't get into the you can't be friends with this person, you can't be friends with that person. But I'm gonna say it again. I feel like if I was on a show with my true girlfriend, meaning we were friends for years before the show, you come on, I get it. I know you want to be a housewife and there's conversations and things that you have to have with people. But when you are actively trying to befriend a person, not just letting things happen naturally and when we're all in the same room together, whatever we're talking, but actively trying to befriend a person that you know reached out to my child, that's a whole different thing. So let's get into this is according to Reality T. Jen Fessler has seen evidence Louis Ruelas rang Margaret Joseph's son. So let's get into that. During the season 13 reunion, which was last season, Margaret claimed that Teresa's husband, Louis, called her son at work and threatened him. He denied making the call, but he confirmed that it was his phone number that called Marge's son. So he said he didn't make the call, but it was his phone number that called Marge's son. I'm going to say that again. He said he didn't make the call, but it was his phone number that called Marge's son. When Jen hit up Watch What Happens Live, she answered a fan's question about the messy situation. What do you think is the truth about whether Louis called Margaret's son or not? Host Andy Cohen asked. Thank you for asking, Jen responded, while Andy said, I know. Then Jen tackled the situation. I think that when I sat down with Teresa, I really, really believed her, and she swore on her daughters. And I absolutely think there's nothing, Teresa, I know how much she loves those girls, Jen explained. So I definitely believe in that moment it wasn't true. So she believed in that moment it wasn't true. I've since been sent a lot of stuff and seen a lot of stuff, and I hate to say it, but I do think it's true now. If Margaret was supposed to be your good girlfriend from years back, even before the show, and she told you that he did, and Louis admitted to it being his phone number that called Marge's son's phone, why were you having such a hard time believing it? I don't know. Continuing on into Jen, she says she's taken aback from her friendship with Teresa Giudice. So let's get into it. She recently appeared on Access Hollywood's Housewives Nightcap. There, she spoke about how nice Teresa was to her during filming, but had it not been for the show, she would not have maintained contact with the RHONJ original star. It's not in my nature to be nasty to someone who is being nice to me. And I like to pride myself on the idea that I listen and to listen to other points of view. Despite the hype on camera, Jen denied that she and Teresa ever had a close friendship. More than anything, it was an acquaintance, and Jen alluded to some questionable social media activity from Teresa and her bestie, Jen Aiden. Teresa and I were never close friends. Right. We were friendly. And it's unfortunate because now a lot of this stuff that's come out in social media has, I've kind of taken a step back just for my own mental health. There is someone that Jen is still close with despite their current issues being played out on screen. Margaret can still be counted as a friend and seems to know Jen best. She suggested that the Bravo celebrity befriended the mother of 4 passively, meaning Jen Fessler befriended Teresa passively and not in real any serious context. So, child, now you've also taken a step back from Teresa. Side note, y'all may hear a little bit of noise in the background. That is Mr. Corey Faison, okay, who was supposed to give me 10 minutes and decided to move around while I'm recording. He just said they can't hear nothing. Y'all let me know if y'all could hear something in the background to see who's right. I'm going to do a poll. Who's right? Y'all know. Okay. All right. But anyway, like I was saying, once again, Jen knew that Lewis called Margaret's son. It was something about her. She wanted to be on the show. I mean, she did. She wanted to be a housewife. Nothing wrong with that. But I felt like she could do it without betraying Margaret or without, I don't know. Even then, that just feels real dirty to me. Again, if you my girl, that means you've integrated with my family and you know that this man has called and harassed my son. It would be hard for me to be like, girl, you really trying to befriend someone like this? And some could say, well, she's trying to befriend Teresa and not Lewis. Child, they are a package. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Moving right along, let's get into PK from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So this is according to 2fab.com. RHOBH's PK Kemsley said he's 6 months sober amid his separation from wife Dorit. The father of 5 revealed his sobriety is the greatest gift to his kids as he reaches the 6-month milestone. Paul PK Kemsley has taken to Instagram to open up about his journey to sobriety. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star shared a screenshot of his sobriety timeline to Instagram to commemorate Father's Day. The timeline taken from the 12 Steps app shows his progress at just over 6 months sober. On Father's Day, the greatest gift I can give my 5 kids is to remain sober, PK captioned an Instagram post on Sunday, June 16th. Grateful and proud to say this weekend I am 6 months. Happy Father's Day to all you great dads out there doing your best. PK shares 2 children with main Bravo cast member Dorit, 10-year-old Jagger Kemsley, and 8-year-old Phoenix Kemsley. But before he met the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star in 2011, he was married to ex-wife Loretta Gold, and they had 3 children together, daughters Atlanta and Tatum, and son Daniel. His sober announcement comes amidst his separation from Dorit. In May, the Kemsleys announced the news on Instagram following a lot of speculation about their marriage. So shout out to PK and his sobriety. I always think that's a wonderful thing. Anytime you are working towards something with yourself, whether it's a goal, exercise, sobriety, whatever it is, advancing in your career, and you're making steps to do that, I always think that's just great. So shout out to PK. Y'all, let me show y'all this picture of PK. I said, come on, PK. Wait a minute. Y'all look at PK. Let me make it big. I said, PK didn't, now if this isn't Photoshop, I said, PK, he didn't slim down a little something. Go ahead, PK. So again, shout out to PK. Congratulations to him on his sobriety. Next up, let's get into B. Scott and the Kenya Moore of it all. So this is according to page 6. Celeb blogger B. Scott gets real about Kenya Moore's lowbrow RHOA scandal, season 16 retooling. Celebrity blogger B. Scott is getting real about Kenya Moore causing chaos while the next season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta is in production. The media maven, who uses they, them pronouns, spoke exclusively with Page Six's virtual reality co-hosts Danny Murphy and Evan Reel at the 2024 Cannes Lion Festival, sharing their hot takes on Moore's oral sex poster scandal. I hate to believe that Kenya would do something flat on its face, just like Revenge P. I would think, hope, pray to God that that is not an accurate depiction of it, explains Scott, who has solidified themselves as the go-to source for RHOA news since the reality show's 2008 inception. The B. Scott Media Group founder, who considers Moore a friend, is concerned the drama will impact the Kenya Moore hair care creator's entrepreneurial endeavors. Scott emphasizes that Moore needs to read the room when or if she resumes filming the unscripted Bravo series after being indefinitely suspended over the situation. I just thought it was very lowbrow. I thought it was something they felt definitely like, I'm sorry. I just thought it was very lowbrow. I thought it was something that felt definitely like something Kenya didn't need to do. I don't know to what level, to what extent it was done, but it was at a level that Bravo decided to suspend her. As Page Six exclusively reported, Moore shocked party attendees at her salon grand opening earlier this month with posters of series newcomer Brittany Eady allegedly performing oral sex. Side note, they may have exclusively reported it, but I'm going to keep saying Michelle ATLE, aka Straight from the A, actually reported it first before Page Six. But anyway, that is Kenya's Good Judy, B. Scott. And he's not coming out denying. Again, what he said was, I hate to believe that Kenya would do something flat on its face, just like Revenge P. I would think, hope, pray to God, that is not an accurate depiction of it. Child. They then said, I just thought it was very lowbrow. I thought it was something that felt definitely like Kenya didn't need to do. I don't know to what level, to what extent it was done, but it was at a level that Bravo decided to suspend her. He's definitely, again, confirming that something happened, which we all know by now that something happened. But again, this is her good friend. As a matter of fact, I used to listen to the B. Scott podcast, and I remember B talking about he was the one that suggested Kenya bring the scepter to that reunion where she pointed at Portia and Portia snatched it. Child, Cynthia's whole titty came out. That was so wild, so crazy. Whew, what a time to be alive. But yeah, so they are good friends, and now they're speaking out on her. And I know y'all have seen the rumors today online that she's been fired, that Bravo completed their investigation and she's fired. I will say this, I've said it before, I do think they were planning on Kenya not coming back next season. I feel like they were trying to phase her out. And I feel like they could use this as an excuse to just do it earlier, sooner than later, or have a reason to get rid of her now. I truly do think that. And I think that if Kenya did do this, she did it because she felt it too and wanted to secure her job and bring the drama, to the show. It's really unfortunate if Kenya goes out this way. It really is. But there are reports that she's been fired, that Bravo has completed its investigation. And again, I'm sorry, what I meant to say before this was, with all the lawsuits coming at Bravo and everything, the times we're in now with reality TV and people speaking out and against it, I think Bravo, if Kenya doesn't come back, has decided we don't even want this to become a legal issue, because allegedly Britt Eady had went and got lawyers trying to get the scene not to air. So I don't know, child. I do not know. It's a mess. And this is not where I saw my Atlanta going. Next up, speaking of Atlanta, ciao. I know y'all saw this. This was 2 days ago, but I'm going to show it to y'all in T. Let's
headstrong about me coming back this season. Why am I not on this season? Because 2 people, can you guess, didn't want me back. They were really headstrong about me coming back this season. Why am I not on this season? Because 2 people, can you guess, didn't want me back. They were really headstrong about me coming back this season.
Y'all notice Marlo said 2 people didn't want her back this season. I couldn't help but comment and say, and I was number 3. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I was not checking for Marlo to come back either. And of course, we know that she's talking about Portia and Kenya, I'm pretty sure. Speaking of Atlanta still, after all the news came out, y'all, look at this. I should have just kept it on here, but look, Lenithia has entered the chat. She said, don't come back over here. Stay over there. Don't come back over here. Stay over there. The Bravo Shade Room captions, y'all think it's time for Bravo put their beef aside and call Nene? Nene has entered the chat. Nene again said, don't come over here. Stay over there. Y'all think she was talking about everything going on with Kenya? Isn't Nene still in mediation with the lawsuit? Like, it's never been officially dropped or her officially awarded anything. She's still in mediation, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all, we shall see. And 2 other stories that have nothing to do with Housewives, but I wanted to update you. So a couple of days ago, I talked about, child, Lord, my own alarm. A couple of days ago, I talked to y'all about teen mom Amber and her fiance missing. He has since been found, and that's basically all they said. He's been found, he's safe, and they didn't get into it no more. So at least he has been found safe. Thank goodness. Thank God. Chrisean Rock. So this is according to TMZ. Jail and probation combo for Tamar incident, being extradited to Oklahoma too. Chrisean Rock getting arrested last week has already ended with her getting sentenced, and she's going to be doing some jail time, not to mention having to answer to Oklahoma. According to court records obtained by TMZ Hip Hop, Chrisean was sentenced to 12 months probation and 30 days in jail as a result of the altercation that happened at Tamar Braxton's show in November when she was alleged to have attacked backup dancer James Wright. As it turns out, there was an open warrant pertaining to that, and now she'll be behind bars for a bit, although she is getting 5 days of credit for time served. So she's going to be in there for 25 days, at least in that jail. As far as her probation, the terms forbid Chrisean from being 100 yards within Wright and the Lucky Strike bowling alley in downtown Los Angeles, where the altercation went down. Chrisean's also not allowed to own, use, or possess any dangerous or deadly weapons during the probation period. And last but not least, we've confirmed Chrisean is in fact scheduled to be extradited to Oklahoma, but a timeline for that hasn't been set yet. Remember, she's facing drug charges there and has been ducking them. Now that she's in custody in LA, though, they'll send her on over when they get the California matters situated. So she's going to spend she got 30 days minus 5 days time served. So she'll do 25 days in jail in California and 12 months probation. And I guess at that point, she'll be extradited to Oklahoma. It doesn't look like they're doing it concurrently. Like, you serve these 25 days and we'll extradite you within these 25 days over there. So if they're not, and if that's the case, then she's going to be in for longer than 25, because she's going to do the 25, the extraditing process, and then find out what Oklahoma is over there giving. Child, so she is going to not be out for a while. TMZ said we just spoke to Blueface's mom, who thought jail wasn't the best look for Chrisean at the time, considering the new baby now has 2 parents locked away in the slammer right now. The good news, she doesn't have too long to go, and she might even be out before Blueface is. But again, it sounds like she'll be heading to Oklahoma after her sentence here is complete. So it remains to be seen if and when she'll be reunited with her little one. It is a shame. I have said it before, and I will continue to say it. My prayers are with that beautiful baby, in the hopes that the baby has a fighting chance in this lifetime. Because with the parents that he's had thus far, so I pray that some wrongs can be righted and that the baby goes on to live a happy, healthy life, whether or not the parents are involved or not. So y'all let me know what y'all think about Chrisean being sentenced to 25 days, well, 30 days, but she gets 5 days credit for time served. So she'll do 25 days and then be extradited to Oklahoma. Let me know what y'all think about Nene. She said, don't come over here, stay over there with the peace signs. Marlo saying that 2 people were headstrong about her not coming back. I would be number 3. What y'all think about B. Scott commenting on the Kenya suspension of it all? And Jen Fessler saying she's taking a step back from Teresa, and she also believes that Louis did contact Margaret's child. And I'm sorry, I forgot about PK and his 6-month sobriety. So again, y'all let me know what y'all think. I will talk to y'all later. I am debating on whether or not, since I already did go to the gym today, that's just going to be my gym for today, or am I going to stroll back outside and go for a little jog? I will see y'all later. Again, I'm really looking forward to y'all hearing the podcast episode tomorrow. I think you are going to love the guest. I will talk to y'all later. See ya.